cozy on up. All right.
Ooh, and Megan is here.
Who?
Hello, Freddie and Logan and Tim and Naninaya. Is that right? And Magpie.
What?
This username.
Oh, Naninaya.
Okay, so I was very close.
Oh,
Excellent.
look at what you have open.
Ooh, and Ragdoll is there too. Okay. I needed to double check because I'm pretty sure. Yes, I was correct. Everyone, we need to wish a very happy birthday to Ragdoll, whose birthday is for us tomorrow, but for Ragdoll today.
Ragdoll, yay! Happy birthday.
So that is super exciting. Ooh, rainy day is nice.
We are in St. Louis right now, where there's actual snow on the ground that came out of the sky. It's pretty incredible.
Actual snow, and David showed his driving prowess by driving in sleet and ice and snow, and that was exciting.
It really was not a big deal. I don't understand why the big deal was.
Because it's slippery.
It's easier to drive on ice than it is to walk on it.
Man.
Because we only have 2 appendages that touch the ground. Cars have 4. They're much sturdier than humans.
As a side note, I'm going to get this out there. Before we stream again, Tanguy is actually going to have a birthday. So if Tanguy shows up
Before we stream
during the
again,
stream.
You know who else is going to have a birthday?
Who?
LangTime Studio.
That's right. LangTime Studio has a birthday on the 27th.
Mm-hmm. Good day.
Our 2-year. So yay!
What is Tanguy now? He changed his name. Remember?
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember last time he said he changed his name. Was it Rainy Days?
Is it Rainy Days?
I think
it
is.
Tanguy? Oh, it is Rainy Days.
Yeah.
You are good. I totally forgot about that. But happy birthday in advance. Getting close, and your birthday will be here before we see you again next Thursday. And so,
No, I think I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, get my water ready. Excellent. So we are back to our normal time. You can tell we're in a different place. But obviously we're in a different place. Snow was mentioned. You know we're not in Southern California.
Snow.
And yeah, but we are here at our normal time and ready to stream.
It's so cold that my ring won't stay up. Look at that.
It is really cold out here.
It puts it up, and see, then it just
falls. That does happen. And maybe we are all secretly Tanguy. Yes. All right. So we had a vote this week that we were pretty excited about for the patrons.
Because of how it turned out?
Well, when we ended last time, for people who were able to make it, you may recall that we were like, we'll figure something out for you to vote on in terms of how to do comparisons and adjectives and whatnot. And that was a big promise because, well, 1, we were at a convention.
We had to do work.
But 2, there were a lot of options and we literally had nothing figured out beforehand. And so, yeah, that turned into quite a fun work session. And I think we did the notes. Do we have the notes here in the document somewhere?
Of what?
Of the options? Excuse me, I've got like a little...
I haven't the slightest idea.
Do you want to search for comparisons?
I don't think that we did. Like, where did we do that work?
Well, I know we did it. Well, I did mine on paper, and then I typed it and shared a document.
Oh, I need that too. Can you grab that for my brown bag, my black
your
righty thing? I think what we're going to have to do is going to have to just go to, here we go. I'm just pulling up the poll. And then we got this. Anyway, yeah, we are in St. Louis, the fictional site of Defiance. Of course, the real site was Toronto.
And there is also a Defiance, Missouri.
There is. I always wonder if that's where they got the idea.
Like, it can't be coincidence, because Defiance is close enough to St. Louis that, like, it can't just be coincidence.
Yeah. Oh, look at the dog wearing his glasses.
All right.
That's cute.
So, you've got that pulled up. Got to remember which screen we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 3 options. Your screen is a little cut off there, but as long as they can see the examples, because like mainly what they're seeing are these 2 panels.
Oh, geez, a little cut off.
I was being kind.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say, you know, a little off.
We're streaming from a laptop here, so I hope you're kind to us.
Streaming from a laptop.
Okay.
With everything shoved together in one space. I've actually been to the City Museum before, Magpie, and they have a Ferris wheel on the roof, and totally rode that. It was great. David would never, but
5 deaths a year.
anyway. Verbal comparison was one idea that we came up with, because we we use verbs for a lot of things. I'll just say that. And so we decided to use this word cheek, which would essentially augment. And it would do it on the verb. And so it's like, it would be, well, as you can see here, like the mouse eats the seed faster than the dog, or would be like the mouse cheek eats the seed in a hurry than the dog. Versus something like, you know, the mouse is smaller than the dog. We would say the mouse cheek breathes as a small one than the dog. And so this was the verbal comparison. And so in other words, whether you're comparing like a noun or a full verb phrase kind of construction, we would use the same method and, you know, basically make it so they would both be the same method. We came up with cheek, by the way, as a verb to mean something like to stuff things in your mouth so fast that your cheeks puff out. Because we did research on this. This was another thing that took time. We did research, and while mice don't have cheek pouches where they store food, they do tend to hoard food in their mouths as they eat to the point where their cheeks sort of spread out a bit. Mm-hmm. Not because they're storing food, it's just they have like too much.
Right.
They have too much food in their mouth all at once.
Yeah.
And so that was that idea. That one did not get very many votes. And so I think, well, goodness, now I got to figure out which document this is in. Yeah, it only had a handful of votes. And so that one was not the winner.
Yeah, I think it was probably this part of it that people couldn't get on board with, and it is very difficult so to kind of wrap your head around, so I can appreciate that.
Megan has a character in a game called Sassafras. That's exciting.
What game?
Bloodborne.
Oh.
Okay. So that was the option that got the least votes. The next 2 were very close in voting. Mm-hmm. And so the second option here was that we would use that cheek verb for the verbal comparisons, like, you know, you walk faster than someone else. But when it was a nominal comparison, like the mouse is smaller than the dog, we would instead use a modifier in front of the small, like sunflower small, to mean like more small. I guess the chat's doing its thing.
It's again. Doing the same thing.
Where you have to actually have it live.
Okay.
We'll see if that fixed it.
Yeah, sometimes it fixed last time, didn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be updated now. Okay. And so, in other words, so we have these two different methods for the comparison. The final option was no marking at all. And so we would just have something that means than. And so speakers, or listeners rather, would have to infer that there is a comparison being made, because it would just be like the mouse small one than the dog. And it's like you just understand that means it was smaller than the dog.
Yeah. So I think it'd actually be fun to just reveal the votes right on Patreon here, because it's kind of, impressive. So first, the conspirator split
That's the
1-1-1.
highest level. That's, yeah.
Then the consultant level, verbal comparison is losing, but then verbal and nominal comparison and no marking are again tied. And so it came down to the confidant poll. And the confidants, one vote.
It really was, yeah. So verbal and nominal comparison, two different methods, won by one vote, indeed.
All right.
And so that's what we're doing, which means we also need words, right? We don't have words for sunflower
Or
the
cheek.
verb to cheek.
Well, it comes from a noun.
Okay, well, we don't have a noun for cheek.
Yeah, but we said that right in there. Here, check it out.
There we go.
We came up with an idea that the noun for cheek, not yet created, could double as a verb.
Well, good. Then we know what we need to do.
I read that, and so I know it's true.
For our patrons, there will be a podcast episode
This is a good
on
one.
the 1st. And you will find out that David did not remember a key feature that he was supposed to remember. And furthermore, didn't read the document where it was clearly typed.
No, I didn't.
And so.
But it turned out all right.
It did turn out all right. It still turned out okay. But it was just really funny because that's why he's making this joke. Let's do. I'm going to try to find where our. I don't remember.
There it is.
Well, yeah, now I'm there. I just had to search. So
It's a day. I was pretty tired yesterday too, but
for anyone who knows David, then you know that he's not a morning person.
Yeah.
And he had to get up at like 5 o'clock this morning.
5:19 a.m.
Yes, and so he's just chipper as could be.
Then I was on a plane, and while I was on the plane, I had a dream that I was on a plane. Except there was somebody angry next to me. Didn't even get to appreciate the fact that it was only the two of us in the row, since I had a dream that there were three. Huh. It's a bummer.
Trying to see. I think chat may be doing it again. There we go. Okay, so now it'll.
Like, I don't know what to tell it. Like, keep doing your thing.
Oh, no. We don't
Settings for this.
You sure you want to mess with settings?
Enable content blockers. Use reader when available. Page zoom. Allow all autoplay. Stop me. Okay, yeah. Pop-up windows. Block and notify. Camera. Ask. Screen sharing. Ask. Location. I don't know. I don't think any of those things are going to do it.
Well, Logan,
Just
when we woke
allow.
up, we were not on Central Time. We were in California when we woke up. And so he had to get up.
I'm going to allow everything. I'm just going to allow it.
Gosh, he had to get up for our flight.
Manage moderators, participants, toggle timestamps, send feedback.
And
Work better.
I'm really concerned about what's going to end up happening.
To
What?
what?
To the chat with you messing with settings. We're going to find out.
I mean, I assume that everybody in the chat is going to start sending pop-ups now. But you just need to keep on saying stuff so that we can see if it continues to work.
Because I'll keep an eye on that to make sure it moves every now and then. Okay, so now we know what we're doing. We need verbs for sunflower and cheek.
Yeah, let's do that first before we actually do the comparison section. So let's start with sunflower because we decided that was going to be a general augmentative.
Yes.
Sunflower. And
this is different from our adjective meaning big, by the way. This is an augmentative derivation. So I just want to point that out.
Look, Megan's came up. Look at that. That one came up too. There's
Yeah,
Logan.
it appears to be keeping up. So fingers
Ha!
crossed.
I beat
Ooh,
you,
Jake
technology.
Yay.
Oh yeah, Jake missed our note about the what should we call it? The podcast. It's going to be an exciting one. Jake features in it.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's go down to the thing that we're doing, which is what?
Comparison.
Yeah, that's the one.
You were already there.
I'm almost there right now. Here we go. We're going to make an augmentative, and we're going to make it out of sunflower. And it's not going to be a suffix, it's going to be a prefix. And it's going to be based on the word for sunflower, and so we need a word for sunflower.
Indeed.
I think I need an hour and 45 minutes more sleep.
That roughly corresponds with how long we have left of the stream. How interesting.
That sounds good. All right.
Alrighty. So sunflower. Do we have any sort of? I know we don't. I should say probably don't want to use some forms that have been used for quite a few of the other prefixes. Like
yeah, and
C shows up a lot.
And do we want it to be one of those changey prefixes that falls into a class, or?
Oh, I think we've got enough confusion with changey prefixes. Let's
okay.
Maybe.
How do we do a non-changey prefix?
I would think that a non-changey prefix would just be like something that ends with a V and not a C, because I think the problem with the prefixes is when there's a proto-consonant at the end.
Oh.
And then that messes with the consonant at the beginning.
Oh, no, let's do this one. Let's do the, where's the glide class? Let's do a D. Because then it'll change.
You want changing. Okay.
Well, but like it'll still be a vowel. It'll be, you know, it'll make sense. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Do we have anything that goes to cha? Like we don't do that, do we? Like TI never goes to cha, does it? Like TIA.
Well, something goes to cha. Oh, it's the proto-C goes to cha.
Yeah, proto-C goes to cha. Let's go to here. And let's see what happens. So, like, if we had TIR, for example, would it become tia or would it become cha? Let's go to Lexergy. Oh, dear.
Well, once you pull up Lexergy,
yeah.
I'll let you know how much of the screen. Oh, Pages is totally cutting off, too.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I know. Isn't it hard not being on a big screen?
Well, this is what we have to do. And this is going to be a little bitsky of a bummer, but do another one. And we're going to do window capture, and we're going to call this pages, and then we're going to select woke with issue. And I know everybody.
As a side note, while he's working on this, in case you're wondering.
Oh no, it's off the screen. Crap. Okay.
In case you're wondering why he chose. I don't know how to help you.
I don't either. I don't know what to do. Just to redo it. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
Why we chose sunflower for this particular form. It was because we wanted something that for the mice would be big, especially way back in the early days before they had potentially grown more than their usual size. And on top of that, David had said he wanted it to be something that was sort of like cute, you know, like not big, not scary, not, you know. Not mountain, which is our adjective source for big anyway. And so those were some of the things that he was looking for. And so that's when we settled on sunflower, because sunflowers are really large flowers. And as mice looking up the stalks, I mean, they may as well be like a tree.
Yeah.
And they're a big form of something else that they would encounter on a daily basis, since it's a, you know, type of flower. They would see lots of flowers, and this would be the biggest of them.
Yeah. So we're just going to do this. And And nobody's going to get to see Lexergy.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Well,
at least they'll get to see the
type in
document.
TIR.
Yeah, we're gonna move this all on over. Okay, here we go.
And yeah, you're right. Sunflowers really can be freaking huge. And their stalks can be really crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Was that not what you...
Well, I mean,
Do we have any TIA words?
I don't think so.
So is this the first time we're coming up to...
Is that like everything? Like I'm going to put in PIR. So TIR becomes TIA. PIR becomes PIA.
Because we allow the glide after consonants.
Now we know that T changes to K before W, right? Yeah, TUR becomes qua.
That could be fun.
Do we want to add another sound change late in the game and say tia becomes cha?
Trying to see if it shows up in anything else.
Well, TER. Yeah, TER also becomes tia.
Well, it's not that... I was looking to see if we already had a word with a tia in it and didn't want to, mess up a word we already have.
Oh, no, that's a smart idea.
That's what I meant. I'm looking for. But other than, there's no good way to search. There's none at the beginning of the word. But there's 52 TYs.
Yeah, it's only 52. It's not like 500.
Oh, my goodness.
There are no TYs. None. All of them are just sequences from English words.
Okay. Because that was my only concern about introducing another sound change this late in the game.
You could also...
I hope Graham is here.
You could also just search for this. Jean Irsa.
Wow, my stomach is making noise.
Can everybody hear Jesse's stomach?
It's really loud.
All right.
Oh my god.
Hold on a sec. And then, yeah, so there's just that. We can look up the sequences that produce these things. And so far there's IR and ER.
Ooh. It's a lot of little flowers forming one big flower.
One big compound flower.
That's cool.
That sounds
good to know, Bib.
That sounds like biology doublespeak. Technically the banana is a berry. That
Jonathan says, I feel like this was an early discussion and we wanted to keep the C followed by the ya and not palatalize. And I remember we had a lot of don't palatalize in this language. And I think that was because of Tpachla and the major palatalization that happened.
Yeah, but I think this is actually literally the only sequence where this would happen. So IR or ER, and the R has to be a coda in the protoform. No. Well, no. Wait.
Oh, so
so those two as well.
IU and IO and IA.
Yeah, let's I'm just gonna narrate what's happening here. I'm gonna type in TIO and see what happens. TIO becomes TIO. Okay, so that's the other place where it would happen. So a grand total of five sequences.
They mentioned that there was actually a vote.
6 sequences.
And I don't remember what the vote was. I know we did have
a patron vote or
yeah. Oh my gosh. There's 199 TIOs in her document. I'm not looking that up.
Do we have Sha? That actually, okay, we don't have Sha, do we? We don't. We only have Ja.
Cha.
And the thing is, if we had T going to Cha, then it would stand to reason that sia would go to sha, but we don't have that. Yeah, all right. I guess we're gonna.
Oh, Jonathan says it was poll 3. What? Bib says the scientific word for stomach growling is borborygmi. Borborygmi? Borborygmi.
Yeah, those Greek words always sound so impressive till you look up the etymologies.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's the etymology?
Oh, that would be
That's borborygmus.
Borborygmi. There we go.
Is the plural. Hold on a sec. Let's look this up. Okay, Wiktionary.
Actually, I bet this would be pronounced my, because even though I have this one in IPA, I don't think it counts for down here. So that may be my borborygmi.
Okay, from onomatopoeic. I told you, Greek always tries to sound so fancy, and it's like, nope. It is just onomatopoeic from to rumbleness.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we ate some Emo's pizza right before we streamed, and like my stomach is like excited about the pizza.
It gave me the sleepies.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have eaten so much pizza right before we needed to have our brains working and functioning on a day when we're a little bit. So yeah, stomach go. Brr, brr, brr. That is exactly what it sounds like too.
So it is clear then, no, that these sequences are not going to, in a standard way, go to cha. So,
however, FIR would go to fia, and that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
For sunflower, fia.
Oh.
Or something fia. Like,
no.
Or fia something. Like, just put fia in there.
No, you're right. Fia, and then it would be fil. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, okay, yeah. Oh my God, we totally have to do this. All right, okay, let's put this noun in. It'll be just like morning.
I need to go on the English side and enter. So another unfortunate thing about this setup is
I can correct this IPA.
Yeah, sure can. An unfortunate thing about this setup is not only that I'm like really not on camera all the way because I'd have to be over here, but also we are so close together, our laptops are touching, and it's very hard to type. Like,
I guess if you type with your hands out like this, as opposed to like this.
I'm like
elbows in.
Oh my gosh.
Just like the chef on Ratatouille.
That's low tone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
My word. And that would be Filini.
By the way, we can make that antiquated and make the modern word for sunflower like a fia flower, or reduplicate it, fia, whatever. We can do something like that. If that sparks your interest.
Fia is the older form of sunflower, but because it was grammaticalized, it then needed reinforcement. And actually, if we had the word for flower, that would make me happy.
Yeah.
Like a generic word.
Yeah.
Because that would help me in things that I draw. So if we could go ahead and make a word for flower.
Yeah, I say go for it while I'm going to jump up to the table and do that.
Okay. And this is going to go after the fia, right? So like fia blank will be flower.
Yes, I think, right? Isn't, because our modifiers go first, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So we put the 1 there and make a note that it is archaic. Okay, back up to red. Not that one. This one. And it will be fia or fil. Fileta. Fiacchi. Fiacchele. Ooh. Fiasofia. Oh, sorry. Fiasofia.
Nice. All right. And I'm thinking.
Oh. Hang on. Fiasofia.
Oh, yes, because it's that.
Is that the only one? It's only fricatives, right? That do that after R?
Yes.
So this is actually, when we go up to our adjectival classes, it is the voicing class. Yes. Yes, it's the voicing class. Okay. We got it. So,
there was a.
were you gonna?
I was thinking, and then thinking got to even more thinking. I would like to see another E word or an I word, just because we only have one in each, and I would love to have that. Oh, an O too.
Do it.
E, I, or an O.
Do it.
All need more entries, so we can get rid of the example. Oh, so does Y. But we have fia has a Y in it, so we don't want to do that. So EIO. In which case it'll be few something.
Yes.
Ooh. Filena.
That's a good one. What was the class? Like, anybody watching, what was the class? Here,
D.
It was class D?
Glide.
No, not glide, the voicing class. Which one's the voicing class? I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone so I can see what all the cool
Class
people are saying.
Class A is devoicing. Class C is voicing.
Okay.
B is fortifying.
So class A is devoicing class?
And C is voicing.
Woo! Ow.
Are you okay?
I deserved that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now I get to see everybody. And I'm going to live chat, as opposed to live chat, top chat.
We also have this form, which we never ended up using from a while ago, onge. And filonge could be a fun one too.
Filonge? Yeah.
Just an idea.
Okay. Whatever you want. Let's do it.
Do you like ena or onge better for flower?
I mean, do you want my honest answer?
You don't like either. You don't care.
No. I mean, I think onge is terrible.
Okay, then no. Okay. So let's do. Who should it?
What?
Let's do. Yeah, just an N. Ena.
Ena. So.
Or ena. Let's do something that'll make it low tone. What would keep the but make it low tone?
ENAN.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. Actually, we could do any nasal and it would do that.
Let's do M.
All right. Like that. Okay. All right. Here we go. So, please say we have an M that ends in a noun. No, we don't. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do an N. Here we go. Bumblebee. Hey, we have the person that Bumblebee's named after.
Yeah.
Come and make her get on camera. This is flower.
Okay. And so, ena. Tunky agrees with you.
Yeah.
Onge is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Then we should get rid of some of those.
I mean, it's good for like an ugly word like onion, but
We don't have onion yet, do we?
no. Does this this is
Oh, for the dual form.
let's see.
Let's see, that ends in an R.
Yeah, it does the same thing.
Zwa. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. And then vu.
Let me just make sure that the M doesn't do any monkey business that the N does. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Why is that you?
They all are. If you go back to Lexergy.
Shouldn't it be woon?
No, that's berry.
Oh, what is it?
I think it's just WU. What was our plural? Because woon becomes vo for the verbs.
Yeah.
Wait, that's right. I have a grammaticalization section.
We don't have loan words from Tapahla or Ingala yet.
Animal comes from
Okay, got it.
litter.
Got it. But we will. We will.
Okay, so now do you want to add...
Do we have that word entered in the dictionary? The word for litter?
Yes.
We do? It's like volu? Voli?
Yes.
Okay. Really?
You don't believe me?
No.
Look right there.
Voli! Oh my goodness.
That's
what I get for not believing you. And also for misalphabetizing. I'll fix that. I saw it.
And do you want to add now filena?
Yeah, sunflower.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. Look what I did.
You forgot to change that?
Yeah.
That was in the E. I'll take care of that. Oops. Fixed the wrong one. Okay, that's high tone, and then this is going to be low tone on this side. Okay.
Hello, Coachy Max.
Perfect. So now we have those done.
Mateus wants owl, a word for owl in one of the next languages. So we have to honor that.
Cats. You need to come up with the word for the cat language whenever we know what that is. Okay, so now we need something for cheek.
Yeah. Answer Cupcake Parade's question, usually, but I mean, Japanese borrowed its number system. Like, there's, you can borrow all sorts of things even if you already got it. Sometimes
do you want to go ahead and
better.
make onge onion? So that way we have an O word.
Sure.
And then we'll make a word for cheek.
Why not? So it was O ingma ingma, right?
Yeah, O ingma ingma E. And that just comes out to low tone, high tone, onge.
Onge. Yep.
And then
let's see if we've got an E ending now. We do. Owl. Of all things, I keep having the first song from Encanto stuck in my head.
the songs really don't stick with me.
In general?
I find that specific to songs that are more talky than singy, I tend to not be able to remember any of the rhythms or anything.
But then how do you sing them?
From Encanto, I've never sung any of the songs.
No, for like any song.
Well, those I remember. They're more singy.
How do you
I had
remember
songs
rap
from
songs?
The Greatest Showman stuck in my head. I really don't, for the most part. Like, if you ask me to rap a song, even if I know it, I have to hear it before I'm like, oh yeah, now I can like get into the rhythm. But I also can't say the words because I can't go that fast. You should know I can't go that fast.
Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. And so on.
No. Okay. I think the only one that I can kind of do parts of, if not most of, just because I've heard it so many times, is I Like Big Butts.
That is a really good song. I really appreciate that song. I came to appreciate that song most during my cousin's wedding, where I reevaluated it and realized, wow, this is a really nice body positivity song.
Do we want, for cheek, a Y word, an I word, or something totally different, because we don't need to go by my, like, I just want all the fake example ones out of the dictionary?
Oh, you could rap the mouse language. You'd really have to be careful with the tones, but...
And Veronica, maybe David, not me.
You could just do it slowly, and then we'll speed it up, and it will really sound like a mouse rapping.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Okay, but we don't have to have entries for those.
Okay.
Just because I feel the need to get an I and a Y entry.
Well, hang on.
But if something works.
Let's think through this. Okay, we have a couple of decisions that we have to make here, and they need to be based on what we've got. So it's going to be a noun, and it's going to be zero derived as a verb, and this verb is going to appear as a suffix to other verbs. And is that going to be after or before the reduplication? And after or before the negation?
Check that patron thing, because I thought it was cheek breathe.
That's what it was. That's what it was in the English.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought you were going in the order.
To put so much expand blah 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 blah. We would use that verb as a suffixal verbal modifier, like the other ones we've created.
Okay.
It would apply to any of our modifiers or any verb. Okay, so then let's go back to our big chart, our big brackety thing, that aren't angle brackets. They are square brackets, even though they are brackets that have two angles in them. So that makes them more angly than angle brackets.
Square brackets.
They have two angles. Angle brackets only have one.
But they're big angles.
But the angle isn't as big as the one in the square brackets, and there's two of them.
Yeah, they cancel each other out.
They don't. They add. Anyway, where is it?
I don't know. Your big chart. That's what you wanted to be looking at.
Yeah. Okay. 169 of these found. That was it. Oh my God, I found it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
And so it would go in the same slot as the derivation.
So it could be reduplicated. So that's something we have to consider.
Yeah.
It's going to need to be able to be reduplicated and negated.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what sounds do you think? Oh, in mouse language, raps could be scurrying speech. That's cute.
Rap generally doesn't care much about melody. No, that's not true. It's absolutely not true. Where the stresses are is very, very important. That's one of the key distinctions between somebody who's doing it well and somebody who's not doing it well, is where those stresses are. And so effectively, you'd have the same thing with tone. Anyway, You'd want to have the ups and downs going where they're supposed to, you know.
Are you talking about rapping or
Yeah,
like
I'm talking
my
about
question
rapping.
about like what sounds do you think would work well here?
Yeah, I'm talking about rapping. But then, of course, the other thing is that English obscures it because, you know, we just have like the big stress hits, right? And then you can kind of, you know, go run roughshod over the rest of the syllables, but you got to make sure the big stress hits are where they're supposed to be.
The sleepies hit me.
Yeah.
The pizza's doing its job.
You never know, she could be earning a man, learning a man, and at the same time burning a man. Like, it's very important where the stresses are. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Okay. Moving on. In thinking about, like, I don't remember, how did these get reduplicated? There was something where only part of it got reduplicated. Oh, okay, so like that would be reduplication, yeah?
Here, did we do that verbal table that we ended up? We did. So here we go. It just needs to fit into this table. And so we have examples of a final stop, final fricative, final vowel, final glide, and then two B finals with E and then O, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do one of these. And
I mean, truly.
you want it to start with a yeah. Is this the case?
I want it to, just me being me was like, ooh, if it starts with a Y or an I, then we get rid of those extra entries that are just filler and we actually have real entries.
Okay.
But that's just because I'm just being me. We don't have to do that for this particular one because it is important that it works well with other sounds. And so we have other words we need to create.
Could be yope.
Yo-yo?
Yeah, but like it would show up as like, you know, so yo
Yopo.
yopo.
Yopo?
I'm very confused by what I'm seeing here. These are both the same, but this is different.
No, it's different because there's no low tone on the final syllable. Low tone is created by that negative F.
Oh, so this would be yopi. Yopi, because the negative is IF.
Oh.
So yopi. This is reduplicated, it would be yo, right? Or wait a minute.
Yopo.
How do you reduplicate something?
Because Nikki does
You reduplicate the final VC, don't you? That's probably what's happening. Yeah, you reduplicate the final VC. So it's
Nikki becomes Nikki.
So it's yopo, high tone, and then the reduplication of that would be yopopi. It's kind of cute.
That is kind of cute.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and also like it could even be onomatopoeic because, you know, you.
Oh, I'm choking now.
This is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It would be.
Okay. And we do have.
This is what sleep deprivation does.
I mean, but who doesn't like to be a little slap happy?
Mm-hmm. Let me take this water.
And I'm trying to remember for our historical changes. We can just have YO, right? Like that's not going to do anything.
Oh, I was going to have it start. I was going to have it be this.
IO? Okay.
Yeah. Because that would just ensure that it's high tone.
Okay.
And no confusion. Oh, we're supposed to be putting these in these when.
Oh, we'll fix that later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cherry cheek comes before cherry. All right, and this is going to be yo, high tone. Okay. There are so many of those we're going to have to fix.
A lot, but not all. Not even close to all.
But I'm still leaving the umlaut on like j'ai lu, right? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured while I was waiting for you to catch up.
There are times where I get rid of it, but nah, I don't feel like it for this. Okay. Yeah, it's cheek. And so now we need to grab a verb. Have we entered verbs?
No. I am waiting to enter verbs because you were going to tell me what forms were needed, and that was one of those decisions. I said as soon as we make it before our next stream, I can like start entering verbs because that will then clear out our list and everything will be in the dictionary.
Okay, so then we're not going to be able to enter its forms. We're going to have to go up and finish this comparison section, and then we can go and address verbs, and then we can do, I don't know, numbers of the writing system or something.
However, before we do that, oh wait, I don't need that one because that one's just regular. I would like to point out that we have created the words we need for our comparison section, and I think we should celebrate.
I think it's a little premature, but...
I don't, because we have survived and we have mainly talked some degree of sense.
That's right. And this little
tired,
boost of caffeine is going to give it to us. All right. And we actually brought Kopiko this time.
Yes.
Oh, God, I would kill for another one of those gingerbread cookies. Cheers.
Cheers. You ate them all during the last stream.
They were amazing. I don't regret it. I just wish there were more.
I was hitting the spot.
Kopiko. For when you really need something.
I like how it's just something like just cut off there. Whatever that something is. There are a lot of high tones in this. We really should have considered only marking low tone.
That's lame. So they do in house. I don't agree with it.
No. I'm trying to make it more searchable for us. I'm back on the S's. Okay.
Yeah, let me help you out there. There you go.
Did you do like one?
I put a hyphen in there since you didn't.
I thought the searchable forms weren't supposed to have hyphens, so now I need to go through the T, U's, and V's and fix those.
There are other ones with hyphens where you didn't include the hyphen?
Yes, because I was trying to make it so it's all just like, search this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you what.
Tell you what.
I don't know what I'm going to tell you, but it'll be something. It'll be what?
Well.
Okay. So what do we need to do for that section then?
We need to write it out. We need to say what we're doing.
Okay. So you're doing the ends. Did you fix the T, U's, and V's?
No.
Okay, I'll go back and do that. And then how about you go up to the section and start there?
Is that what that becomes? Oh, because it starts out as neats. And it doesn't, okay. All right, yeah.
I'm glad you think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay, so you're going to go up to the section. I'm checking.
Like the gingins are a bit much for me. I still want to try these coffee gingins. We still haven't found them, or only in like huge quantities. I just want to try one. I don't want to try like $30 worth of one.
David has no idea what he's missing.
Have you tried the coffee gingins?
Oh no, just like not loving the gingins or coffee.
I'm having a Kopiko right now. I introduced you to them.
I'm just saying. Okay. Have you found the comparisons yet?
No.
Sometimes if you just do like a search for the word comparison, that could help.
I'd go so far as to say all the time. That would help.
Right, but I wonder why you haven't done that yet.
I'm just taking a look, man. Seeing what I can see, you know?
I'm trying to remember. My word. Like almost every entry has a high tone marker. There we go.
Like a little mouth.
Do you want to pull from what we had already typed on Patreon?
No. I got this. This is gonna be really good. There are times when, in the course of a language grammar, one must accept the fact that such a one must perforce say something regarding what, in the tradition of English grammar, is referred to as grammatical, sometimes adjectival comparison. Such things may happen in this language of mice.
May.
Woku. He. She. But it behaves in a way which mystifies the casual user of English grammars. Yeah. See, I'm going.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
David is on a roll here.
Okay.
Okay, let's. So we got nominal, and do we want to go ahead and do like soft?
This is a soft introduction here. I'm going to continue with it.
Not soft, smaller.
Oh.
Goodness, I saw soft seed and
To begin at the beginning, where such tales begin.
I feel like I could just curl up and take a nap, and you'll still be typing this paragraph when I wake up in an hour.
There is but one form of comparison in this language of mice. That is to say, there is no such distinction as we find in English betwixt bigger and biggest. For one as small as a mouse,
Everything's
bigger is sufficient. So, as you will doubtless recall, there are no true adjectives.
Very true.
Per se. In this language of mice.
Okay.
Rather,
Rat her.
certain of their nouns have been co-opted as
Descriptors?
modificatory prefixes.
Wow. By vote of committee.
By vote of committee. As should be well understood.
Ooh, flower cakes. Glad you were here for a bit.
As a result, there is no stand-alone comparative, as with the English word more.
Are we about to the examples, or are you still waxing eloquently?
Not eloquent. For adjectival comparison, this is how my brain thinks in such a state. A prefix is required to express comparison on our adjectival prefixes. The second prefix.
Wow.
As it were.
Exactly. Yeah, Veronica's giving you full points for using betwixt. And Ali, you know, when it's the mice, everything is done by committee. We've decided.
For those in want of some manner of demonstration.
Mateus is asking how we do colors with no true adjectives, and I think a good...
Isn't it just dark and light?
Could be dark and light. I mean, and then that could just be like, I don't know, day and night or something.
Yep, day and night, shade and light.
Yeah, Jonathan, there is definitely a buildup of eloquent wax here. Okay. So.
In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say sentences.
We had decided.
Yes.
And I left my orange notebook.
That's funny.
You're giving him an evil look.
Well, let's see what kind of images we got here. What kind of bullets we got here. Where's our little mouse? Why doesn't he appear in the list?
I think because you had to actually, well, you can go copy and paste it, but I feel like you had to actually. Aha! I typed it. Haha!
I need a candelabra. What you type?
Look.
What are these? Oh, they're notes.
Yeah, these are the notes for how we're going to be doing comparatives.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So let's go ahead and start typing. Oh, don't worry, I'll fix that. The mouse.
And if we just want to say smaller mouse, it's going to be sunflower si chiqui.
Oh, so the small mouse.
And then what was sunflower? Fia. So fia si
the smaller
chiqui.
Or smallest mouse.
And that doesn't change the S to a Z, right?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it sure does. Thank you.
Okay. So that's the smaller mouse. To say the mouse is smaller, we're going to have chiqui and then fiaziwethi.
No. Oh, is the smaller one.
Yes. And that's just the mouse is smaller.
So.
And there's two ways of saying it.
Yes.
The first one is just si wethi, which means like the small one. And I did do wethi correctly. Because remember I had the wrong form and then you changed it.
The mouse is a small one.
Wait, I think you changed it to this.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, but we haven't gotten to that part yet. We're just doing we're just doing the thing yet.
The thing yet? What do you mean? Because this is what one, and so I was just giving you the different ways to say like the mouse is smaller, and then the mouse is smaller than the bee.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this one. The mouse is smaller.
Because I think the Weithi form is what I thought it was, but it ended up actually being Shithi because you were getting it directly from nose.
Yeah, but so what is it now? How is it supposed to be?
So to say the mouse is smaller. It's going to be juki, and then fia, and then zi shi thi.
Why shithi?
Great question, and because I thought it was going to be weithi, and you need to verify this. But I think you actually created that from C is small.
Yeah.
Shithi, I believe you put that together based on the forms, and that was like it came from nose. Ji, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's she because Sith devoices the Ji, and so it's not Jithi.
So we do have sha.
I guess so.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Like that's big.
But you may want to walk them through how you created this form.
I may if I remembered, but I don't. Oh. This has the new one. Okay. Just a moment. I'm gonna put you down.
Because I think I thought it was weithi based on just pronoun forms. Because what we are doing is taking a third person pronoun form and we're adding thi to it, which is the one of these, the superessive case. Because you wanted it in superessive.
Yes.
So that's where the thi comes in.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be way because of the forms that we get for third person pronouns, but then you pointed out that you wouldn't say the mouse is, he one.
Yeah.
You would instead say like the mouse is just the small one, and that we should use the form for nose, which is
just
it's
J. Just a J.
And so the I gets inserted as the epenthetic vowel. And so that becomes G.
This protoform is wrong.
There we go. So it just becomes G. And then when you put Sith, G, Thi, you then devoiced it, and that may have been the first time something got devoiced to a sh.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Let me look at a noun that ends in a consonant real quick. I'll make sure that form is right there. Noun that ends in a consonant. Noun that ends in consonant. We don't have one there. Here's the noun that ends in a consonant. E, G, Swa, K. Oh. This is irregular.
Oh, well, I mean, I had the wrong protoform, so that's really not surprising to find out that I entered that wrong.
And irregular. Yeah.
Okay. But that's how we got it. Which I'm going to make note of that.
Okay.
Okay. So, the question then, did we want to try to tackle the should that be a sh, or can it not be devoiced because we don't have a sh in the language?
Okay. I'm still confused why there's a sh in that position at all. Because I thought the word for
Okay. So
Small.
small comes from sithi,
Yeah, so
and
like,
so it belongs to the devoicing class.
and then this is just a ya before an I.
Which becomes ji,
This becomes G,
and then thi is the superessive case.
because that's the superessive of nose, is G-thi. Yeah, I guess that's right. In the singular, anyway. Yeah. Okay. And then this is missing a verb, or the verb is optional. The verb is just V, right?
Yeah, it's vi, and it's optional for when you want to say like the mouse is small or the mouse is smaller.
Yeah.
And of course, then, you know, agreement on that verb is also optional.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, we did it right there. In our examples for the devoicing class, we turned j'ai vu into chez vu, which is small whisker.
So we do have sha.
We do.
And we could turn everything into cha and sha.
We could, but we had a vote, poll number 3 for the patrons.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But holy guacamole. Okay, so we figured out that mystery. Should have taken better notes. Okay, so we have that. So that is the mouse is smaller. To say the mouse is smaller than the bee, I think you wanted to put bee in ablative.
Yes.
For the than comparison. And so it would be aj, and then that form that we need, chiki, and then the fia, zi, shi, thi. And the ablative form, so I actually have that one, is ajeni. Ooh-wee.
The sample sentence immediately preceding the one you presently read illustrates a key feature of woku ishi comparison. In addition to this fellow, the comparand.
Oh, we totally looked this up.
Yeah, we did. And you wrote it down a place, remember, with the rabbit and the...
Well, yeah, I have the picture.
Well,
if you give me a moment,
let's
I will
pull that
find
picture back up. We got a picture with the rabbit and the stump. That will help us remember which term is which.
I need albums. See all albums. And
Also, we've got that. I've had that Aserehe song stuck in my head. Aserehe, hey, hey, da, 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 da.
where are my just...
They just sing gibberish Spanish.
Is it, I guess, under... No, that's collection that I did specifically for something else. But where are the albums that I create? Oh, gosh, I'll do it on here. Like, I can't find my LangTime album that I clearly have and that we share. Like, I don't understand where it is.
Did you text it to me?
I don't know, but...
Anyway, this is silly.
Well, it's going to help us use the right word. Here we go. The thing being compared to is comparand, so the B is the comparand.
The comparand is expressed
And the mouse is the comparanda.
with the ablative. And it generally comes first because that's how it's done in this sentence which leads this author to believe that such was done with care and intention. Okay. A second type of comparison is possible. The fabled adverbial comparison, or comparison of action. Such requires different a mechanism of an entirely different fabrication.
And I'm ready with those sentences that we already created. We just need to fill in the pieces.
Splendid. In these sentences, one uses a verbal suffix whose character is rather in keeping with other such suffixes. Those you have yet to experience and enjoy. Let us give you a preview of what you are to behold in the team section by introducing you to the mechanisms behind adverbial comparison in this language of mice. All right.
All right, so first we're going to just do the mouse slides fast.
Splendid.
Then the mouse slides faster, then the mouse slides faster, then the B.
Let's start with the mouse slides.
G.
The mouse slides.
Okay.
Perfect.
And now, to make it faster, you're going to add...
How about the mouse slides
do.
fast?
Yeah, fast. Do.
She with
low tone.
low tone.
Okay.
The mouse slides with alacrity.
Now,
next,
you're going to add cheek, which is yo.
What happens with this that is THU?
Which is THUM, actually.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Actually, TS, but...
Okay, TSUMIOP. Here we go. Oh.
Because it can't have a diphthong. Oh my God, yop is not possible.
Well, it means that in the protoform, it's going to have to be a Y or a yod, a J, instead of an I. Nothing.
So you?
Nothing happens. Okay, well, let's go and change that protoform very quickly. I need to look up and remember the nonsense lyrics to that. I said, hey, 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 na, 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 na. Okay.
So, yeah, scroll down. You've typed quite a bit of waxing there.
Here we go.
With more alacrity.
Slides more alacritiously.
Or most. More/most.
Indeed. More or most alacritiously.
Now, you're going to take that same structure and just put a genie up front.
Okay.
And that means than the B.
Now slides with far greater alacrity than the B.
There we go. Yes.
And this is a nice demonstration, by the way, of why you don't need interlinears.
Are you
Interlinears are
knocking
analysis,
on my glossings?
and they're not neutral.
No, but neither is language creation.
Nah.
I'll make these little notes stand out.
Okay.
Okay, so now I remember that. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, and I need to add up here that yo is going.
Did we already have that?
Yo high tone is to fall.
And then yo high tone,
but with a P.
Proto P is
to
cheek. It's funny because they're both onomatopoeic.
Yeah.
Yo and yo.
Can we make that low tone? Have we used to fall in grammaticalization?
I don't remember.
Oh, Carl, I'm just going to pretend like you didn't just type that.
Carl's on my side.
I have plenty of people on my side. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think we did to fall as a grammatical thing. However, I think we did use it in sentences. So if we did mess with the tone, we would need to change that. So we need to decide whether we want two yos and just say, hey, homophones happen. I mean, they would be different once you started building from them, because one is just yo and one is yop. And so like as you started building certain forms, that P would emerge for one form but not the other.
It's true. Or we could change the O to an U and it would become Y. Jit o Y.
Is that what you would like?
I don't know. I'm asking you. What do you want? Is that acceptable to you? Jit o Y.
Yeah, that's fine. It would just be, instead of yo, yi.
Mm-hmm. Y.
Is that you? Yeah, that's still onomatopoeic. Yeah.
You. Because it's in the proto you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that still works.
Mm.
Okay. Let's do it. Yi.
All right.
So we just need to change.
Changed it.
The cheek entry.
Changed it. Sorry, Team Homophone. You lost this one today. Doesn't mean you need to like it.
This is why we need to get these verbs in there, which is why you need to make some decisions.
As can be seen from the foregoing, comparison in this language of mice is a treat best savored with brandy in front of an open fire.
Indeed.
Please take care in enjoying the rest of this grammar.
Oh my gosh.
With sincerity and respect.
I know, right, Carl? He is a good typist.
Cecil C.
Jonathan says that's homophonophobic of you.
Featherington the 7th.
Love it.
Grand Duke.
Of the Comparand Guild.
Grand Duke of the Pumpkin Seed Storage Silo. There we go.
And I do agree that homophones are realistic. One thing that I would encourage you, though, if your language still has a very small vocabulary, is to beware of having too many homophones too early.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when those forms are going to end up being used for examples.
A lot. And like also...
Because then you're not going to know which form it's from, and it could be really confusing in your notes. And also, if they end up becoming grammaticalized, you're going to end up with a bunch of just overlapping grammatical forms, which again, yeah, like having some overlap is totally realistic. But if you can avoid having too many homophones this early in the language creation, then that can just help with clarity. We will, of course, potentially have a lot more homophones coming up.
Especially with really basic verbs. Anyway, so good. That's done.
So we did that. Hey, before we move on.
Yeah.
Because we have like several tasks we could be doing, including we still need words for all the alphabetic shapes that we came up with.
Do that, and then we'll do that at the end in verbs. Yeah.
And we need to decide what we're going to do with verbs so we can do dictionary entries.
Mm-hmm.
But it is about half an hour out, and having some sort of decision about what we're going to do with the poll would be really helpful.
Well, how about people in there? What should we...
Because I think we're getting awfully close to just doing orthography and having very few forms that we're going to need, right?
Well, I was going to ask what they think that we should poll on.
Numbers would be hard.
I think the actual form of numbers is something we can leave till later. But though we do need to figure out how to say, like, 3 of X and, like, the third X and things like that. We need to figure out how to do that. So I suppose that could be a poll if we think of some way to make that into a poll. But right now we should figure out how to get verbs into the dictionary.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I just didn't know if we wanted to have something.
Wanted to have what?
Like an idea formed for the poll, so that way we're not at the end being like, oh my gosh, what do we do?
Well, that's what I was talking about. I was telling them that I want them to come up with a poll idea, not us.
Okay.
Yeah, Conscript is probably going to come next week. Yeah. There's not enough time to start with that right now.
Okay. In terms of, if we want to talk about verb entries, we really need to make that one thing stand out way more.
Like, I could have sworn...
We need to repeat that on, like, so many pages.
What are you talking about, this?
No, this thing.
Yeah, well, I would make it bigger, but then it would break across one line.
Yeah, that's fine. I just, I mean, like, we need to repeat this, like, everywhere.
Why don't you give it a background color, like pink?
That would be nice.
You could also give it a dark background color and make the font white.
Okay, so I'm gonna have some fun with this.
Good, but then, like, this is all we need, right? I was pretty sure. Isn't this all we need?
We need to also indicate what the negation prefix is going to be for each verb.
Yes.
Because they come in different types. And we needed the reduplicated form, positive, negative form. And yeah, I think that's it. Because I think with agreement, there wasn't a lot of changes because it was just this was added to the front.
All right. Well, then let's start with one and see how it goes. We have an alphabetical listing of our verbs. Is that correct?
I have one.
Where is it?
In my document.
It's not in this one?
I don't know. You can look underneath the sound chart. I don't remember if it's alphabetical there or not. We have one there.
But this isn't as good as yours, is it?
That's not alphabetical. Here's what mine looks like.
Okay, but I still at least got to the correct one. Aran becoming Allah means to bow.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that factor into anything else?
It was like a prefix.
Okay. Boy, it's really cold.
Do you like that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. In fact, actually, you know what we can do? We can do that.
because I just wanted to see that to remind myself all the elements that end up attaching to verbs.
And we might be able to. Nope, it's got to be 10 point. No.
But the question is, can it be 10.5?
You can't do that. Oh my God, you can do that. Can you make it 10.7?
You can. At some point, it kind of stops making a big difference. 7. We can try 10.8.
No, 10.8.
10.8 is
now
up.
try 10.85.
I think that's going to push it up. No?
Wow.
There you go. There you go. Oh, the things you're learning today. Volu is a word in our language.
Voli.
You can make font sizes decimals.
HIJKL. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is our first verb entry. Yeah, because
means to bow, and eventually it's going to mean to agree, or something that's going to be related to that. Okay, so it ends with an N. So let's go back up to our green chart.
Oh, I can keep that open while you work.
Yeah?
So that way you can see it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
There we go.
That one down there.
Which is in final.
So Allah, and that would become in the
Okay, so
Alani.
we're gonna do negative next. Okay, and then reduplicated positive would be on. And so it's going to make that high tone na. Na. Yes. And then negative reduplicated will be ni. So the alanani. There we go. And then now we need to know what prefix gets attached to that negative form.
Okay, hold on a second. And we can delete that. Okay, it means to bow. Let's go back up to our list of all the negators.
So self-movement seems
doesn't bow
really...
a paw, yeah. Or whisker. Doesn't bow a whisker, or doesn't...
I don't think bow a paw, because whisker is meant to be like you sense there's movement. Like you're not moving, but like something moves in your environment.
So paw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or twitch. Doesn't bow a twitch.
So let's look at the negated forms, because this is what we should do. Go back up. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going for myself. All right. For verbs, we have plain.
Negative.
And then we have negative with prefix.
Reduplicated.
And then reduplicated.
And
positive. And then
negative reduplicative with prefix.
okay. Woo. So that'll be
there we go.
a lot to enter, but
we have a verb. And hey, Kay is here. Kay is here. She sent me 3 hearts, me specifically. So cool.
I think they're all for me. We still need an E, like one that starts with the letter I but sound E.
Yeah,
because we don't have a verb for that either. And hey, Kay.
It's just for me.
It's for me.
Not even pretend.
And yes, Miles, that's the very first verb we've actually added to the dictionary. As it is, we just have a list.
All right, let's go to the next alphabetical verb. Let's keep it going.
Okay, the next one is in C. We have to smile and to give. Chi and chisu.
Okay. And smile is cheese. That's so cute.
And it's low tone.
Okay, so we don't need that. So now we need to figure out what its thing is going to be.
Okay.
What its
Well, we can go ahead and do the reduplicated positive form because it's going to be cheesy. Cheesy.
Okay.
And then low tone I. We don't mark low tone.
Yeah. Actually, what I was thinking is like, do we say that? I guess this is yeah, right.
Okay. Probably also need to like just copy this over because it's easier to keep it open.
Copy it where?
We don't have that one yet.
Yeah, we need to come
To
up
my
with a word
alphabetical list. Okay. So to smile. So we didn't.
Didn't smile a pod and smile a whisker.
Do you think it could be a feel? It didn't smile a twitch. I didn't feel it.
This sounds like a good poll for everybody.
Oh.
So I have 3 suggestions. So we have twitch was for feeling something. So it's like, I didn't feel a twitch. And then we have paw for self-movement and whisker for feeling with the whisker, but it's close to your mouth. Which one do you think works best for negation for smile? So I didn't smile a paw, I didn't smile a whisker, or I didn't smile a twitch.
And this is interesting because like in bow, it made a lot more sense for paw because that's a bigger movement, but smile is just...
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, we will have to choose one of these to be the generic negator,
Right.
much like ba in French, which, if it goes back to step, it doesn't make sense with a lot of things that it negates, but, it's just the negator now.
Right.
Looks like whiskers.
I'm doing a quick... Nobody really seems to be interested in one of those options, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's pulling ahead. Okay.
It's pulling ahead, but there's still...
Let that stay there for just a second.
We know that Biblaridian gets 12 votes. If he deigns to vote, but, Oh, it's getting closer.
It is getting closer. And what's interesting is I'm actually really good with either here.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this verb system makes way more sense to me than the Tmachla one did.
I mean, me too. It's just... Oh my goodness, Twitch has pulled ahead. Here on YouTube.
You heard it here first, folks. Boy, the things that happen when you just leave for a second. All right. And then also if you wanted to do it by sound, just FYI.
Whisker is J or J, low tone.
J. Cheesy.
Yeah. No.
And then twitch would be Uchi.
No. E.
E.
Yeah.
E.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheesy.
Okay.
stared at that long enough. I think we have enough votes to call. Oh God, just when I say that, it like inched back the other way.
Huh. I mean, it's pretty close. Like, you know, we have 18 votes there, and it says that we have 17 people watching here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll then.
All right.
And
Whisker it is. No, I'm sorry. Twitch it is. Twitch it is.
yes, it is Twitch.
All right.
Whisker.
So that was E. Was it high tone?
That is high tone indeed. E.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting there. Give me a second. Okay. Oh boy. There we go. E.
And then the bass we have chi, high tone. The S comes back for low tone.
Yes. And that's if. So.
Yes. And then here we have U again. And then here we're gonna get chi, si, si.
Yes.
Yes. 2 high tones, 1 low. Okay. And this is another example, by the by, where like it's only in the fricative final row where the regular negative and the reduplicated positive forms are going to be the same as bases, but because of that prefix, you'll know which one you mean.
Yeah.
And so like that's actually kind of cool. Okay, do you want to go ahead and do one more, Chisu?
Yes.
All right, and so that one is to give.
Oh.
And that CISOU is the proto.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, it's just Chisu.
Okay.
Now.
Don't give a receipt. No.
Oh my God. That would be kind of brilliant. Do we actually, though, want to go ahead and do the reduplicated form for the positive? Oh, we already have it here. And
Okay.
that is Chisu so.
Okay, so Jesus so.
Okay. And the negative ending is going to be Chisu.
Oh, actually, this just, okay.
So it's going to be Chisu for like that base of the negative. And then now we just need to figure out which noun to incorporate. I don't give a crumb. A seed, that's a transaction.
Oh,
I don't
seed.
give a seed.
That's perfect.
And so ta.
Low tone.
Low tone, yes. Okay, so fun question.
Can we go back to this?
It's going to be chi su so. Sorry. Chi su so. We already had that one in the chart.
Okay. I don't really understand why that is, but I'm gonna just accept it.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
We had not yet discussed boundaries. Oh, I need to enter on the English side. I'll get there. If any of these things with the negative prefixes would have boundary interactions. We just did if it's this before a vowel or consonant.
Yeah, we were just gonna stick with that.
Okay, we're not gonna do like that shouldn't voice the, okay.
No.
We're gonna stick.
Yeah.
Perfect. Makes it easier for me. Okay, so we did to bow, which was high tone, low tone, ala.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then we did to smile, and to give. Ooh. And smile. Okay, we got that on that side. Ooh.
Yeah.
So we have that decided.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I say we should decide? Take these out.
Yeah, we need to add more verbs. We don't have a poll.
Mm. And the we could do some noun creation to cover those letter shapes.
Yeah.
Mm.
We still don't have a poll.
No, we don't.
What do we do about that?
We could have them vote on which form will be the generic negative prefix.
Yeah, that would be an easy one. I was thinking also we could come up with ordinal strategies.
Okay. We already had one idea because you laughed when I said something about using it, and you were like, wait, but that could be.
What was your idea?
Fingularity was ordinality. It's like your third finger or whatever.
But then what are the numbers going to come from?
I don't know.
Okay. So
I just remember we took that note.
Would each of the fingers have their own name?
No.
Oh boy.
I don't remember.
You mean just use the word for digit or finger?
Maybe.
Okay, that actually could work. So all we need to do is just figure out where the numbers are going to come, if they're going to come first or second, and then and where a title would come, because it will be finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, or something like that. I don't know. That's a really good idea. Can you write that there so we don't forget it, and we'll do it at the top of the show next week. Since we get to things in such a timely manner. I mean, really, it's just these numbers, and it's gonna be orthography from here on out. We gotta get that done. I'm really anxious to tear into it,
But that also, works nicely, because then I can wait to do verb entry until you're working on the orthography.
Yeah.
And we can get through that.
And we can continue doing word creation.
And that would help me if we did do some sort of what will the negative generic prefix be for as I'm working on those verbs.
Then we will do that. All right. We're eventually going to have to come up with a word for receipt.
Yes.
If anybody has any ideas for how we're going to do receipt, please do. It can't be super long, because it's going to ultimately be a negator.
Which means it'll be a little tiny prefix on verbs.
Though it'd be hilarious if it were super long, huh?
It would be.
Just that one.
Don't give a receipt. Okay. So you have your book there.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds like a dog.
It sounds like more than one.
Yeah.
What nouns do we still need?
Do we have a word for snail?
Yes. Uli.
That's right. Do we have a word for rabbit?
Weren't you marking them?
I don't know. I was, but I was marking them with a special pen and giving them a little
because we didn't make it very far.
So, yeah, but I don't have that special pen anymore. Hey.
You're not going to let the dogs join in on the fun?
So, if I don't have that special pen, I can't, give it a little...
Wasn't it just a pen in your brown bag, which we have right here?
I don't know. I thought it was your pen.
No.
So
So we need a word for nut.
walnut.
And it needs to start with a nya.
Yes. Walnut, starting with nya.
Okay,
Go.
so we already have ni and nyo.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe if we did something with nya or nye, that would be good. I think we should do nyako.
With a geminate?
No, with a ejective. That was my adjective.
Oh, nyako.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Nyako. 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 Nya, ka, and then you want it to have a low tone? Nyako.
Yes.
All right, then it's got to end with like an N or an R or something that's lowy.
What would... Oh, I don't think nyasma is an acceptable form because you can't have that many sounds in one syllable at the proto level.
No. Like that wouldn't be, but if it was not NY but Enya as a single segment.
As a single segment.
Yeah, then it's fine.
Ma. Oh, nyama. That'd be kind of cute too.
Nyama? That's kind of cute. You like it?
I do.
All
yeah,
right.
Let's do nyama.
Okay, so now that ends in
So thank you, Magpie.
Oh, butterfly.
Perfect. And is this going to be any nut?
Well, let's ask that question because so we have these two pictures here. That one is a walnut shell and one's half a walnut shell. But I suppose like this could be like one of these could be any nut and then the other could be shell. I don't know.
I was thinking it could be nutshell, like specific to like a shell you would use for other things.
So walnut and then a shell?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be walnut then. All right.
And this is going to be, oh wait, low tone and then high tone. Nyama.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Walnut. All right.
Nyame. Nyameni. That's cute.
Yeah.
Nyamaji.
All right, that works.
Good. Except it's not going to be vu, it's going to be k, low tone for the suffix because it's not an animate.
It's not good. Thank you for that catch. We're bound to mess those up.
You already did, and I fixed a few of them.
Thank you. You're.
Oh, bye, Megan. I hope you have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what does the nutshell need to start with? A P adjective?
Yeah.
And then that should be the last thing we do.
Yeah. So this is going to be shell, nutshell, like.
Yeah, specifically like a nutshell or some sort of shell that you could use.
Mm-hmm. We don't have anything that starts with a P, O, or P, or P. Maybe something that starts with O. Ole?
Yeah.
Ole. Like that.
I like that. See, Magpie, I was thinking the same thing, like little baskets or little collecting things. Oh, Dark Horse, we can't have that many consonants in a row with a PT situation going on.
Okay, here we go. Take from the onion. Which one is inanimate?
The K, and it needs to be in the opposite tone of the syllable before it.
Okay, fix that too.
Oh wait, and these are both going to be high tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it as shell and nutshell. in the dictionary, and I put C entry on shell.
Shell, not shell. Hooray.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we need to find that little pen so I can put check marks on them.
I think you just used my pen. Like, it wasn't a special color.
It was black, and it was very fine ball point.
One that hadn't exploded yet.
Very fine.
Oh, you know what though? That one is at home.
No.
Sorry.
Yes, it should. Thank you so much. Protoform absolutely should have an R, not an L.
Oh my goodness. Boy, it is a day.
Yeah.
Do you want to just check it in that one?
Let's see.
We only did 2.
It's not the same.
We can get the same one next week.
It's already ruined, so it doesn't matter.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we will work on the poll and get that up for the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, I think we're ready to move on to orthography.
Yep.
Yay! Okay.
And then, yeah, like, keep your socks on, everybody. The cats or the dogs are coming. The vote is coming.
That is true. That is true.
Vote going to determine the next 2 seasons.
It will, yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and duck out. We hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay grammar. And yeah, we will. If you're a patron, remember our podcast episode drops on the 1st.
Yep.
So yay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.